episode, I want to invite you to come along with me and create a flash together from scratch. And I honestly just have some rough ideas starting today, and I am going to be elaborating this together along the side with you so I can show you the process. And I have a step-by-step process that I follow, and I also allow some creativity to flow. So it's not a linear process. I mean, it's still a creative process, and the creative process is never linear. And it's good to know that, so that if we need to kind of backtrack, that is okay. Like, we invite that process. And specifically today, we're going to work on a sleeve flash. And the main reason why I wanted to create a sleeve flash is because if you watch my latest video, it talks about the healing power of tattoos. And I do know that this healing power, it's more effective when you are receiving tattoos at a more constant basis. When you get a flash, you will be going and receiving tattooing work more regularly, which means that they will receive this healing benefit even more predominantly. That's what we want. The purpose of this space is to create a more robust and inclusive conversation about tattoo practice and culture, and to provide education to position our craft as a valuable healing art in today's world. Hi, my name is Claudia, and I help artists start and grow a professional stick and poke tattoo practice.
And I want to invite you to our stick and poke community of like-minded people who are striving to develop themselves professionally and artistically in this practice. It is my passion to help artists like you grow and blossom. So leave a comment below if you'd like to join this exclusive community, and I will send you a more formal invite to join. And, if you get value out of this video, please give it some love in the ways that people give love on the internet. It helps us tremendously.
Now, I am approaching this as, today's the first day that I'm working on this flash, so I haven't even started, and things can change. So we will see how things change and how we need to pivot. I'm calling this flash either gentle or soft, but we'll see what happens at the very end of this video, and let's see if I actually complete that task and how I do it, and see how you can benefit from watching this video and watching how my process goes. Maybe you can adopt some things that work for you. The first thing that I recommend is to warm up. And this warm up can happen, in many different ways. Some people like to move, some people like to dance, some people like to draw. Without commitment, you can just grab a scratch piece of paper and go ahead and start scribbling around. And I like to warm up because it gets the juices flowing. I trust my intuition 100%. And a lot of times we will doubt our intuition, and that's normal. But we can use art and the practice of art as an exercise to trusting our intuition and letting it guide the way. Whenever you create for yourself, you're also creating for other people who are going through the same things that you are. So for me, specifically, I feel like I need to practice, and I want to invite more softness into my life. I want to incorporate imagery that will reflect that. And I'm particularly an abstract artist. I want to bring that feeling into my work. And until I feel that, I'm not going to stop. Because I work a lot on the app Procreate, I will open 3 to 5 canvases. And you can do this as a piece of paper that you have your 5 different papers. I work as a collection, I work as a whole. I do little bits on all of them, create a body of work that looks cohesive, consistent, that brings in the energy that I'm trying to bring. After you have your 3 to 5 different canvases open, you will start creating. I like to follow inspiration. I'm really inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe, and I got a book at the Seattle Art Museum that has been really inspiring. In this exploration, I like to stretch my concept. What will this look like if instead of going like this, it goes like that. In this case, the concept is soft or gentle. I will be using different elements to portray that. Exploring a concept is a dual process between thinking and feeling, and you want to make sure that those two are incorporated. If you're thinking too much, it's gonna look rigid and stale. There's no feeling to it. Your unique sensibility is how you feel and what you create from that feeling.
And I want to share with you guys that at this point of the process, I am creating basically my first iteration of imagery, and I really don't feel any good about it. I don't feel any gentle. I like a few things that I did, but in all honesty, I wasn't feeling confident, and that's okay because it's the first or second iteration, and I know that. And so from here on, I will continue the iteration and see where it takes me.
After you've created your collection, how do you know that you finished your collection? My saxophone teacher would say, you'll never get it right and it'll never be done, but at some point you have to ship it. How do you know that it's done? And for me, I know that my flash is complete and my collection is done when I feel that thing that I wanted to feel in the first place. I wanted to feel soft and I wanted to feel gentle. Did I achieve that with my practice? Did I get to a place where I felt that, where I touched that very sensibility?
And here I'm sharing with you a little bit of the iterative process, and I create kind of like a mock-up shape, and especially for this kind of flash, which is a sleeve, it's good to do that. And as you can see, I'm using some reference images that I'm placing in my mock-up to see how some things are going to look and use as reference.
Hi, little one. Hi, baby girl. Mwah. And why I recommend doing this is because when you give words to a piece,
you are sharing your concept in a way that allows people to see art through your lens, through your perspective.
we could talk about the banana that's been taped on the wall and what's the point, right? But until we understand the concept that the artist had, sometimes it won't make that much sense. People may connect to your work visually and maybe even at a visceral level, which is what we want. You get connected to that feeling of like gut feeling where you just can't stop looking at it, you just want it. But when you also give words to your work and you use your work not only for your own personal artistic development and personal development, because now you're seeing your subconscious mind right there on the paper talking to you, allow people to connect with you at a really deep and personal level. Next step would be to wrap it in a bow. We'll give it context. All you see is the embellishment. You want to make sure that the product in itself is of quality. But if you poison it a little bit, then it adds like an extra kick. It's like adding a little bit of hot sauce to your taco. So for flash, you want to place them all together and display them as a collection. And when you write about it, that is a way to infuse your work with storytelling, with your personal story that people can connect with. Use mock-ups and models. And there's many different ways that you can do this. But basically what you're trying to do is to show people your original vision of how your work goes on their body. That's what comes after wrapping it in a bow. You're going to ship it, and do make sure that you ship it. You may feel like it's not finished. You may not even be totally proud, and honestly, that's a normal reaction to your work as an artist. You may never fully totally love what you're making, but you have to allow this process of flushing what's inside of you out. Just give it away. Obviously, always pick your favorite work to share. Always pick your best work to put in your portfolio. People want what you make. People want your energy. They want what you do, what you make. They want it. I guarantee it. I just want to share with you a quote that I love from Seth Godin. He says, "You don't have enough bad ideas." And I love that quote.
Mainly because it gives me hope and certainty that if I flush enough bad ideas, some good ideas will actually come through. And you can see all the bad ideas I had to go through to arrive at the flash that I created today with you. And here it is, finally, the flash that I created intuitively with you. I give each of the images a number to help people tell me which one they like and which one they want. I give it some type as well as some concept, and that's it. I shared it with the world, and I hope you enjoy it.